kind of an old choice. Even before I went in the studio, I knew I wanted to have him on the album from the tour we did together. Return to Roots tour, and it was with Immolation and Full of Hell. I love watching them every night. Immolation was great, man. Every night it was just amazing, and we struck a really good friendship. And then Ross called me up after the tour. He had recorded Morbid Visions and wanted me to sing on it. And I was really happy and pleased, and I went in the studio here and sang it, and it came out great. And he called me back, he loved the vocals, you know. The funny thing was that I did an interview and I mentioned that Ross was gonna be in the album, but I have not talked to Ross yet, he didn't know. So he read it on Blabbermouth. And then he's like, he called Gloria, was like, what's going on? I just read I'm gonna be on the next Soulfly record. I don't know anything about it, you know. And then I called him, like, no, yeah, man, I really want you on the record. I just kind of forgot to tell you about it, but you still do it, right? He's like, yeah. To me, Under Rapture feels like two songs in one. I was like, the first part is one song, and then when Ross part comes in, it's almost like a second song. It could have been like a short hardcore song, would have been also cool, you know. But I'm kind of glad we kept it on in the same song, especially in the end, because we mixed my vocals and Ross together. It almost feels like it was done at the same time in the same studio, which is kind of like the way I prefer to do collaboration. But a lot of times it doesn't work like that from people's schedules and stuff like that, you know. But regardless, I think it came out absolutely amazing. I'm just super happy. And then the Randy one was kind of cool. I was just bullshitting with Josh in the studio, and it was like, because Josh and Lamb of God are real tight, you know. He's done all the records, and he was doing the Burn the Priest cover album. And so I just kind of fuck around with Josh, like, hey man, maybe you get Randy to sing something, man, you know, I don't know. And Josh was flying to do some stuff for Burn the Priest with them, and he's like, all right, I'll just play some stuff, see what they think, you know, because we didn't have a track for Randy yet. And the minute Randy heard, used to be called Cenobites. The minute he heard it, he's like, I want to sing on this one. This is the one. Fucking love this, you know. And then him and Josh called me, and they asked me if it was okay for him to sing on that one, and I was like, yeah, I just want him on any. I don't care what song, you know. Like, if you like that one, that's totally cool, you know. And that's cool because that's when the song became Dead Behind the Eyes. Because when Josh put my vocals with Randy's together on Dead Behind the Eyes, it becomes like a hook. It became like the official name of the track. I was sitting with Zion when we were on pre-production in Phoenix, and we were jamming a lot of old stuff, you know, because I think that it's cool for me to sit with my son and see what he thinks of the works I did in the early days. And we were actually jamming Schizophrenia, you know, and he was like, this is cool, man, you know, Dad, what were you thinking when you're doing this kind of album, you know? And then I showed him Beneath the Remains, and I said, man, wouldn't that be cool if we can do a song kind of based on this, but with right now, with our vibe of right now, what we have right now. So we kind of use, I think we use a little bit of From the Past Comes the Storm and a little bit of Beneath the Remains as a reference, and went on and wrote the whole song. And it's a really cool song, man. It's got a really big bridge in the middle for the solo, which was special made for Mark Rizzo, and he gave me one of the best solos I ever heard from him, which was killer. The song's got a lot of changes and tempo changes and stuff, which I think is really cool. Having Randy on top of it was just like the cherry on top of the cake, man. It was like perfect, you know. So now I think it's an absolute classic, and probably will be a future classic Soulfly song for the ages, you know. So I'm really glad that came about. I very much look forward to do Under Rapture with Ross. It would be amazing, amazing to do that live, and do that Behind the Eyes with Randy. It would be awesome. So we just wait for the right day, the right moment, but I think it will happen.